Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Daisy. Enjoy watching.
My name is Daisy, let's go story time.
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. Her life had not always been filled with sorrow, but when her beloved father passed away, she was left at the mercy of her cruel stepmother and two selfish stepsisters. They forced her to wear rags and do all the household chores, while they wore fine clothes and lived in luxury. Despite her hardships, Cinderella remained hopeful and kind-hearted. She found solace in the companionship of the animals in the garden and the songs of the birds. Every morning, she would greet the day with a smile, even as she scrubbed the floors and tended to the fire. One day, an exciting announcement echoed through the kingdom. The king was hosting a grand ball in honor of his son, the handsome prince. Every eligible maiden was invited, for the prince was to choose a bride. Cinderella's heart leapt with joy at the thought of attending the ball, but her stepmother laughed cruelly at the idea. "You go to the ball," she sneered. "You have no fine clothes, no jewels, and no manners. You shall stay here and finish your chores." Cinderella watched as her stepmother and stepsisters prepared for the ball, their gowns sparkling and their laughter ringing through the halls. When they finally left, Cinderella could no longer hold back her tears. She ran to the garden and wept among the flowers and trees. As she cried, a gentle light began to glow around her. Startled, Cinderella looked up to see a kind, elderly woman standing before her, holding a shimmering wand. "Do not cry, my dear," the woman said softly. "I am your fairy godmother, and I am here to help you." With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed a nearby pumpkin into a magnificent golden carriage. Then, she turned 4 mice into splendid white horses, a rat into a stately coachman, and lizards into footmen. Finally, with another wave of her wand, she transformed Cinderella's tattered rags into a stunning gown of silver and blue, complete with delicate glass slippers. "Remember, my dear," the fairy godmother warned, "this magic will only last until the stroke of midnight. You must leave the ball before then." Filled with gratitude and excitement, Cinderella climbed into the carriage and set off for the palace. When she arrived, the entire ballroom fell silent, captivated by her beauty and grace. The prince, struck by her elegance, immediately asked her to dance. Cinderella and the prince danced the night away, their hearts swelling with joy. But as the clock began to chime midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. She fled from the ballroom, leaving the prince bewildered. In her haste, she lost one of her glass slippers on the palace steps. The prince, determined to find his mysterious dancer, declared that he would marry the girl whose foot fit the glass slipper. He searched the kingdom, visiting every home and trying the slipper on every maiden. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters eagerly tried to force their feet into the slipper. But it was no use. Cinderella, standing quietly by, asked if she might try. Her stepmother scoffed, but the prince nodded. As Cinderella's foot slipped perfectly into the glass slipper, the prince recognized her at once. Overjoyed, he took her hand and declared her his bride. Cinderella forgave her stepmother and stepsisters, though they were sent to live in a distant part of the kingdom. She and the prince were married in a grand ceremony, and they lived happily ever after, their hearts forever bound by the magic of love and kindness.
My name is Daisy, let's go story time. My name is Daisy, let's go story